Alright, so check this out. We're going to be working on my Yukon 2016 denali. What happened is that the lights, there's an LED light here that's supposed to light up for us. It's kind of burnt out. I don't know if you saw that, but try it again for you. It's intermittent. It goes on and off. They say with the condensation, something internally gets wet and then kind of rusts, erodes, and then that's what's causing some of that resistor stuff back there to not properly function. So lo and behold, we're going to be replacing these headlights with some really cool ones that I found from a different website, which I'll show you in just a second. So first things first, we're going to take off this bolt here, that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one, and then this will all come basically popping right off. And when you're doing this, just get a flathead, rise it up, and then just lift up. Next thing we're going to start with is taking off this bolt right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then same thing, 5 right there. Might have to pop these little guys out also. Again, just to kind of give it a little bit of flexibility when taking off the grill, because the grill comes down, the whole piece is together, and that'll drop obviously from the wheel well here. I'll unscrew that also. So those are 10mm bolts. So the next thing we're going to be doing is going by the wheel well area, and there's basically 5 torque screws that we have to take out. Here's one, if you can see, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 down there, and then one going up into like this quarter panel part right here. Again, all torque screws. The ones I'm using is a T15, I guess, from the Denali, so I'll just be unscrewing those just to kind of get that rim going. And then what also underneath here is going to be a couple bolts, which I'll show you guys in just a minute how to get underneath and unscrew those too. So we'll start with one of these right here. Again, you get the idea. I'm going to do all 5 of these and pull them out. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to the other side, which is the driver's side. Same concept. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bolts total, like we did just on the other side to loosen this panel off. So that way this obviously comes off completely. Again, you get the concept. So next thing what you want to do, and sorry for the camera angle, it's just a little harder when you're under the car, or truck should I say, but inside of that wheel well, there's the one that's inside the wheel well, but the 2 bolts right there, that's what's holding this together. You're going to do the same thing on this side, which is the driver's side at this point. 1, 2 right there. Also, you're going to be unscrewing. I believe those are 10mm bolts also. But most importantly, let's see if I get some light over here. There's going to be these clips, which are right up there. So I'm about right underneath the middle of the truck. Again, inside the middle of it. There's these clips up here where you're going to have to push the lip. Let's see if I get a better angle here. Up to unclip. Again, you'll just push up forward. I'm sorry, right up here. And that's going to unclick this from this hinge that's holding actually like the grill to the front of the frame. There's one more on the right side. Oh, jeez. Same thing goes for this side. You have the clip up here. Right there. So same thing as it was on the left side over here. You're going to the right side, which is the passenger side, and you lift up to unclip that also off this hook. Again, these two clips are kind of important. You don't want to crack those because those clip onto your frame, which holds kind of the front grille pretty sturdy on your truck. So go gentle with that, but again, just take a flathead to the middle of these things, lift up, you should dislodge it, and then you should be able to pull off the bumper after that. But first, the two screws on the right and left. All right, so again, a little challenging angle here, but 10 millimeter again, unscrewing that. Same goes for that one. Again, you get the concept. Unscrew these two, and then we're going to do the same thing for the driver's side. I'm sorry, passenger side. So, yep, now we're going to go to the passenger side. Do the same thing. Unscrew these. Again, both 10 millimeter bolts. Once again, you get the concept. All right, so as I mentioned to you before, there's that tab that we want to take a look at. Take yourself a flathead screwdriver and basically just push up on this tab right here. That's going to unlock it from the hinge. So all I'm doing is pushing up on it. And you'll know because you've obviously pushed it up. There we go. Now it's a little loose. And now we're going to do the same thing for the other side on this side. So same thing on this side. Just going to try to get screwdriver here on the tab and just lift up. I know it's hard to see, but I'm just lifting up on that tab. There we go. You got to lift it up. Now it's unlocked from the hinge. Now that you got all those bolts pretty much loosened, all we're going to be doing is just popping off the panel. So, or the front bumper, should I say. So, pull back, nice and loose. So one thing you want to make sure you disconnect is this connection right here. It's part of the top of this grill that I just pulled off here. But if you just wiggle it off, it'll eventually pop off based on what I had mentioned unscrewing. Again, you just got to wiggle it and eventually pops right out. Now a couple bolts we're working with here on the headlight. You got this one we're going to unscrew right there. Got the one at the very top right there. And then you also have this one right here. Basically those three bolts will unscrew this entire light, and then we can plug and play the rest of it. Again, it's 10 millimeter bolts. One right here. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is pull it off slowly so that way the connections in the back don't get ripped off. Nope, one more bolt right there. So 4 total. One connection, just have to press down to release it, that's all. Alright, so after you install them, obviously you're going to put the bolt on. Next bolt right there. Next bolt there. And of course the other bolt on this side here. Again, all we did was connect it back into spot. That's all there is. Go to the front here. Again, you understand the idea here, just screw in the 4 bolts one more time. Again, connect it back into its slot that it's supposed to. Once you got it all connected, obviously, it all lights up nicely. And just put the stuff back together like we did earlier. I mean, follow from last back to the beginning as far as pieces to put back. We'll be all squared away. Bumper. Basically clips into those 2 spots. That's what you heard the click from. Doesn't go anymore. Line the sides. Alright, so all I did was put in the top bolts, as you can see, back to where everything was supposed to be. And now I'm going to start working on, obviously, the side ones, because it's all clipped in, but everything that was coming around the inside wheel well and underneath, obviously, the bumper. So we'll get to that, screw that in, and pretty much be complete, and I'll show you some photos of how it looks at night. Alright guys, so this is kind of how it looks once it's installed. As you can see, it's a nice smoke look to it. Fits nicely right in the spots. The electrical kind of complements it pretty nice also. But that's what that looks like. When you unlock it, as you can see, it's the nice and when the truck's on, of course, this is what it looks like. Nice 3 LED light there. Again, unlocking it. This looks awesome. Let me know what you think. I think it looks pretty sharp.